You are going to love this one. Kids are telling their parents. Good morning. It's Saturday, March 24th. I'm Nicole Petallides in for Allison Camerata. In 2008, Obamacare was more important than getting millions of Americans back to work. Remember how excited Vice President Joe Biden was?
Welcome to Fox and Friends on this Saturday morning. Look who's here, kids. You know,
Great to have Nicole Petallides.
You guys are so nice. Thank you for having me.
And you occasionally come in on the weekends and grace us with your presence when you talk business sometimes from the Fox Business Network.
True, business has been my specialty, but I just feel like I'm changing chairs at the dining room table. So I feel like we're a family, but I just moved a chair over.
Right, but new imprint.
But wait, I got to say something, though, just right off the bat.
Yeah.
Here's how you know I'm filling in. Their computers are set up. I've done plenty of prep work. I got in at 2 a.m. I studied yesterday. My computer has nothing on it.
We'll get you there.
It's turned
All
off.
right, it's off.
We'll get it.
That's not a good sign.
And I know you mentioned
Luckily,
the dining
I
room
prepped.
table. There's no food here also for you. That's going to be a shock for you. That's going to be sad
Oh,
for you.
I'll have to live through it.
But you made it up. Your alarm went off. You're here. We're happy to have you. We start this morning with the anniversary. Is it a happy?
How does she know what the founders wanted? And you know, I've heard that she's like an official founders, you know, she gets it wrong every time with the founding fathers.
But the idea that the founders wanted government more involved in our lives, that's
folks in 2014, once this actually gets into full force, because it just costs them too much.
Or they're asking for waivers to be held.
And a couple of quick thoughts. When we're talking about the $2,000, that's how much people save in a year. So where you're talking about everything's been cutting it from the high gasoline prices.
Is that like the average family maybe saves?
And, you know, high gasoline prices, healthcare, all of these things are cutting into American savings. And that's what we look at so much about the Americans and what they can spend and how they're trying to save and how they're trying to, you know, make their way through a rough economy.
So
health
much
insurance,
of
and a lot of folks say it's not unfair, it's not right, it's moving money out of care for the elderly into aid for the poor. There's so much that goes in, all the companies that are going to have to pay for this. And the thing is, year after year, it's building. So unless something gets changed in a couple of years, we're really going to feel
expect
this.
the Obama administration to, when they do start talking about it, to try to talk about
the
how
headlines. There was no celebration, folks. It was 2 years since Obamacare, and where was the confetti, right? All right, your headlines. More protests popping up nationwide as thousands of people call for action in the Trayvon Martin case. Well, a manhunt underway right now for a gunman that opened fire on a tire shop in North Carolina. The Obama administration is facing more criticism over rising gasoline prices and its list of failed green projects. We know all about those. But during a congressional hearing this week, Energy Secretary...
He always gets a warning, though. I mean, it's always been a troubled relationship between the police department and the
Can I tell you something? Here's a little secret. When I first got a CB, way before cell phone stuff, my handle was Wonder Woman.
Really?
That's right.
Well, you just went from here off the screen.
I didn't know which way I was going. I was so nervous. You know, I used to talk on the Long Island Expressway and just get the
I'm just picturing things right now, if you don't mind.
I know. You should never have done that, my friend.
I had a Datsun 280ZX, if you want to keep picturing.
No, I wasn't picturing the car. I was picturing the outfit.
Okay, go ahead.
Hey, guys, I should have mentioned Dave always dropping and breaking his camera.
I need that phone case.
And we liked when you put on the sunglasses.
Yeah, except for they were women's glasses. He said,
you weren't supposed to say anything.
He said, I needed help being cool.
Movie. Well, he was known for 3 decades as nothing more than Deep Throat, the informant that helped bring down President Nixon. But now there's new insight about Watergate whistleblower Mark Felt and what his motives may have been.
Joining
shows. I can say that because I'm not on it all the time.
Yeah, you do enjoy the show. Good morning, everybody. Nicole is in for Allison this morning. A couple of people would like to see you tweeting, though.
Yeah, you guys see that? Is Nicole on Twitter? You got to get out there.
I have not done that
I
just
saw
yet.
a once registered Twitter handle.
Dave was digging around.
That was not me.
We're also going to get on.
That was a phantom.
Had to pull that off.
We're going to make sure that you get on Twitter. Plus, we got John Schneider coming up, and I'll throw this out to you on Twitter. Is he better known for Bo Duke on his role on Dukes of Hazzard, or from playing Mr. Kent on Smallville, one of my personal favorits?
Dukes
of Hazzard. Come on.
We'll debate.
The Duke.
He's coming up in 20 minutes on the show. Don't miss that.
The General Lee. All right, but first we start with yet another snag for the Chevy Volt, the president's favorite car. Another bit of a recall for the Chevy Volt. As you know, they've already halted production for a 5-week period because a lot of the dealers said they had about 5 months of stock already. They didn't exactly need it.
Well, they have a lot of things going going on, right? A melting plug-in wire. They were talking about the fire.
I appreciate you having me.
Thanks, John.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Coming up on the show, Tim Tebow headed to New York.
He knows who he is. He watches all these housewives.
And here's what I would call.
Talk about the furniture. What do we got here?
So what we've got here is a lazy boy recliner. You see it's got a tufted leather back, classic arms on it.
Pretty nice.
Isn't that nice? It's nice
Beautiful.
and comfy.
Yeah.
And then over here we've got a beautiful chair by Salfavia. You can see it's very streamlined.
Someone here, Christy, who's also wearing an outfit. It looks straight out of Mad Men.
Doesn't it? This gorgeous
great.
dress is by
Petallides in this morning for Allison Camerata.
It's been a lot of fun. I feel like it's hour one. I'm ready.
Really? This 4 hours is
So wipe the
flying
last
by.
3 hours off and start over. Let's go for 8 straight hours. What do you say?
Well, if the other shows don't mind, I'm fine with it.
And she's been up since
Wow.
1 o'clock.
All right, don't tell all
That's
my
enthusiasm.
secrets.
Hey, we've got a lot more coming up for you this hour, and we will get to that first. But though, Louisiana, a lot of focus, of course, today, primary.
Here you go. New details on MF Global's collapse, showing former CEO, New Jersey.
She's crying now because Rick told her she can't wear short sleeves.
Well, I'm just thinking, if I'm not snow skiing, then I should be at the beach. This in-between thing.
And the sneezing and the sniffly nose. Well, we'll work on your issues a little bit later. But first, GM has some issues this morning because of what's happening with the Chevy Volt. It seems like a new week, another story with the Chevy Volt. Now this morning, they're having issues with the plugs.
Former Florida Governor Jeb Bush speaking out for the very first time about endorsing Mitt Romney for president. Take a listen. That will be on Monday.
I will be there.
Oh, you'll be there?
I will be there.
Well, look for you there. Okay. How do you like to talk to your favorite D-list celebrities? Well, you can. You can dial a star. This is a Hollywood hotline that allows you to directly chat with someone you like, these people.
I'd rather watch the grass grow, but dial ahead. Let's get it out to Rick Reichmuth, who is showing off.
Should have mentioned Dave always dropping and breaking his
I
camera.
need
liked
that
what-
phone case.
And we liked when you put on the sunglasses.
Yeah, except for they were women's glasses. He said,
You weren't supposed to say
he said, I needed help being cool.
recliner.
May I
You
sit
see it's got a tufted leather back, classic arms on it.
Pretty nice.
Isn't that nice? It's nice
Beautiful.
and comfy.
Yeah.
And then over here we've got a beautiful chair by Salfavia. You can see
You just went from here off the
I didn't know
screen.
which way I was going. I was so nervous.
Car.
Stick
I was
shift.
picturing the outfit.
Okay, go ahead.
Hey guys, this week.